Hello, this is Mad Cat, and just doing a kind of a update to my update yesterday. I talked about the idea of living in a shelter, and it's one that I'm still considering, but some initial thoughts I've had on it is I'm probably not going to do it. I mean, part of me really wants to because I'm sick and tired of how these shelter systems work. The problem with doing it, though, is that I would have to constantly worry about being caught. I would have to spend money on food, which I don't necessarily have to do with the shelter. And just a whole host of problems. But my thinking right now with doing it is I want it as a backup option. That if something were to happen at the shelter and some incident happened that I was forced to leave, I like to have the storage unit as a backup option. So I think that that's my approach to it right now. However, I still need to do some research on it because the closest shelters are going to be the closest storage units are going to be about 5 miles away. And this means that I'm going to have to take a bus there every day. And I need to find out what's the earliest those buses leave so I can get there and get back to the shelter within time. So right now I am going to lunch. I do have a little bit of money that I could actually spend it on lunch. Got a Jimmy John's right here and can get a decent meal for $10, but I'm actually walking back to the shelter to do that. And this is part of my new plan because my job, despite getting it back, still has these impossible demands. And I've got to research my new topic within 2 weeks. 20,000 words in 2 weeks. It's not too bad, but it also means that all I'm doing is this. So my new schedule that I've kind of designed for myself is that I basically leave the barracks in the early morning, about 6:15, 6:30 in the morning. Now, breakfast is not served until about 7 o'clock, so it means I'm skipping breakfast. And I'm coming to the library at Wayne University. I can't get into the library until about 8 a.m., but I can connect to the Wi-Fi and at least start some of my work then. I want to spend as much time as I can working. I'm hoping that maybe I can get my assignment done early and kind of give myself a little bit of a break. When 11:30 hits, I'm going to walk back to the shelter and have lunch there at 12 and try to be back to the college by 12:30, 1 o'clock. That's only a 15-minute walk, so at most I'm doing 30 minutes of walking for lunch, and of course another 30 minutes of walking here and walking back. So I do about an hour walking a day. Pretty good exercise if you think about it. So Today, though, is actually somewhat different. I'm going back. I'm going to have lunch and then hopefully speak with, what do you call it? Basically, a caseworker. And I'm hoping that I can go ahead and get some of the things started that I need to. I should be able to find out what Section 8 is and see if that's something that I qualify for. More than likely I should, but given that I haven't been able to find a doctor and whatnot to help me, it might, I don't know, I'll find out. I'll wait to cross. So that is my current situation now. I am looking for another job because this job is just really starting to grate me. I mean, I remember when I first got fired, I was actually happy, you know. As strange as that sounds, I was actually happy. I was relieved. But I'm also not an idiot, and I know that I need a job. But, you know, I calculated that I'm probably going to need about, 100 hours to complete this assignment, and only getting paid $200 for my trouble. That's basically $2 an hour. And my time is worth much more than that. I mean, as good of a writer as I am, I'm definitely worth more than that. I've been looking at other jobs. I've been looking at Indeed. I've been looking at Craigslist. And nothing has really popped so far as something that I can do with my limitations. This job, as much as it sucks, is about the only one that I can really do. The good thing about walking back for lunch and all of that is it allows me to take a mental break. So that's a blessing right there. I can take a mental break throughout the day and then come back and hopefully renewed. I'm trying very hard not to buy energy drinks. One, because they're just not that healthy, but two, it costs money. And while it does help me with my writing, I don't want to be spending like $2 to $3 every day for an energy drink. I need to get off of them. But it's not so much that I'm addicted to them or I require them to work. It's just that they're really good at helping me. You know, you find something that works and you go with it. So that's the current things going on. I'm not going to move into a storage unit. It is something I'm still considering. I'm playing around with the idea, but right now I do want it so I don't have to carry my big backpack around with me. Odds are I'm probably going to stay in Detroit for a very long time. It's good to leave my stuff there. I just got to figure out how the bus system works. I'm going to be working my ass off and then trying to get like Medicaid and debit EBT card so I can start taking better care of myself. So that's the current situation right now. I'm going to go ahead and get going because, you know, I want a drink of water and I just need to relax a little bit, you know. But I just wanted to put that out there because a number of people voiced concern suggesting that I don't do it, and they're right, I shouldn't be doing it, but just in case something happens, I like knowing that it's there. It's possible to do, but it's also difficult to do. So anywho, that's going to do it for me today. This is Mad Cat signing out.